Hey everyone, welcome back to Cooking with Rosie Schwartz. Thank you to everyone who has started to like my Facebook page and follow me on Facebook. I thought it'd be better than putting it on my personal page. Really don't care, it doesn't make a difference. I'm not going to make a job out of this. More for fun, but thank you. Please share those videos to your friends. Comment, whatever. I will put the recipe for what we're going to start to make in the comments so that if anybody wants it, they can make it. So anyhow, welcome back. And today we're going to make a dessert. We're not going to make something with ground beef again. I thought I would try something different. So we're actually going to make some apple strudel. We're going to work with some phyllo dough. So it's pretty tender stuff. Probably a lot of people have already worked with it. But anyhow, so I'm going to make some apple strudel. And I've already got 2 medium apples. It doesn't matter what kind. Some people say sour apples like Granny Smith are good to work with. I just use any apple. That's what I prefer. So I've chopped up, peeled, of course, and chopped up 2 apples. I've got a capful of lemon juice just so my apples don't brown. Some apple pie spice, which is yummy, and it's got cinnamon and nutmeg and whatever else in it. It's going to taste like an apple pie. Brown sugar and some honey mixed in with my apples. So that will be our filling, and I think we should just get started. So if you haven't worked with phyllo dough before, it's kind of a finicky thing. So they're very fine sheets, and basically what you want to do, you gotta let it unthaw, because when you get it in the grocery store, it will be frozen. So, and it will look like a mess. So basically, it looks like a sheet of paper. You have to be very careful with it. This is what it's gonna look like. Put it down. I'm working on parchment paper because we're gonna end up rolling it. So we have to make sure that we can keep it somewhat together. I have roughly half a cup of melted unsalted butter. And because phyllo dough is very dry and very brittle, we need to keep it moist. So basically, melt your butter and you need to brush it very generously on your phyllo dough. And then you just take another sheet. We're going to repeat this 3 times. And you just want to put that first sheet, or the second sheet, pardon me, right on top of that first sheet. If it overlaps a bit, that's fine. Again, brush it with some more butter. Make sure you get the edges. When I was growing up, my mom used to make us apple strudel. She used to make us pumpkin strudel, walnut strudel, poppy seed strudel. And she would sometimes, actually most of the time, she'd make phyllo dough from scratch. And I remember she would be pulling this stuff on the table and making it long and really thin, and it was an all-day adventure. So just keep wetting your sheets with the butter. Don't forget the edges. In the fall, we like to make pumpkin strudel. Usually my brother and sister-in-law and I will get together, and Grant, the 4 of us, and we'll make some pumpkin strudel. And it's always good. Reminds me of being a kid. Okay, so we've done this. Actually, I've put down 4 sheets of the phyllo dough. And you know, while you're doing this, you might as well have your oven preheating, because you're going to bake this in a 350-degree oven for about 35 minutes, or until it's nice and golden. can always serve it with Cool Whip or ice cream. Ice cream is good too. Okay, so we are going to put our filling in. You just want to put it in the middle. And the amount of apples I used works out perfectly. Okay, so you want to put it in the middle, kind of even it out, I would say. Leave a little bit of room at the top and the bottom because when you roll it, you're going to tuck it. I have got my 8x11 glass pan already sprayed. One thing I should tell you is that if you're not using your phyllo dough, fold it back up and cover it up with either a damp cloth or a tea towel or something, just because they do dry out very, very quickly. So what I do now is I will, because it's on the parchment, it makes it much easier to roll because the phyllo is now with the butter and it's kind of very, you gotta use it kind of gingerly. So anyhow, basically roll it over. And then roll it over again. Roll it over again so that you do not have any seams. Tuck in the bottom, tuck in the top. Now, very carefully, we're going to transfer this to this pan here. And if it is in half, that's fine too. And then what I like to do is brush the top with some more butter. Be very generous with that. And then I like to sprinkle some coarse sugar on the top. And one last thing, what you want to do is take a knife and cut little slits in your top of the strudel. So this is what it looks like. It's going in the oven for 35 minutes and I'll be right back. Okay, so the strudel is done. Whew, it's a warm one. Looks like we lost some of our apples, but you know what? It'll still be really good. Typically, I would say let it sit for a couple of minutes, but I can't wait. So let's cut into this without burning myself. Ooh, nice and crunchy. Oh, it's gonna be good. Might have to get Grand in here to try a piece. Now I put that coarse sugar on the top, which made it look pretty, I guess you can say. Didn't cut all the way through though. There we go. But sometimes what I do is I will put icing sugar on it. Woo! We lost some. I would sprinkle some icing sugar on the top. Move that over there. 5-second rule on the counter. Anyhow, what I would do is I'd take some icing sugar and just sprinkle some icing sugar over the top. And then serve it like this. You can put Cool Whip with it, like I said, ice cream, anything. Real whipping cream would be really good. So this is gonna be smoking hot, but I am gonna try this. Just because I have to. Make sure you get a little bit of everything. That is perfect. Hey Grant, you wanna try some?
Try a little bit. Those look pretty good. Am I gonna burn my face off?
Probably. Maybe if you're a good boy, you can have a piece for work tomorrow. How is it?
Very good. A little bit hot. I think Shady wants some too.
No, she can wait. Anyhow, I will put the recipe in the comments for you, or along with my post. Share it, like it, love it, try it. Until next time, guys, have a good week and stay safe. See ya.